Anyway, kei hia koe a pere hara mai. So this karakia was a karakia of a prayer recited by Koroa and Puhi. Koroa and Puhi are two brothers who came on the Matua Pouroto here 800 years ago. Puhi gave birth basically to all the tribes in the north, including Ngāi Takoto, Ngāti Kuri, Muri Whenua, Te Rarawa and Ngā Puhi. And Koroa gave birth to all the tribes here, including Ngāti Tītahi, which is an ancient sub-tribe, which now is the marae Matua Pouroto out in GI, and also Ngāti Awa, which is the marae Mātātua in Mangere, which are the hapu that live out in South Auckland. So the descendants of Koroa and Puhi are firmly grounded also here in the Northland area and also here. Particularly for this place, the whole area is called Rangi Matariki, which is the day that Matariki or the Pleiades was showing in the heavens when the Matua Pouroto landed at the Whauawa, when Puhi was the chief of the waka. So Koroa, his older brother, his daughter Wairaka was the one that established their presence here. And this area here is where she recited her karakia, her prayer, with her father and uncle, Puhi, and established the mauri. So the life force of this area is very, very ancient. It's healing waters. They're waters that they used to drink before they passed from this world to the spiritual realm. So the Motion Creek is a huge area, but this is an important part because this is where the tipunas came and established their presence and placed their mauri into the area. So this chant is what was chanted here. Tu tapa mai kawa, kota kawa nui, kota kawa roa. Koruri mai ai tuki mai pau ki kita niwa. Koia rutua kita toi nuku. Koia rutua kita toi rangi. Amoha kutara mana wai. Kutara mana tu. Koruru ki hia, koruru ki wai arki. Koruru ki hia, koruru ki wai araka. Kapiti, kapita, kapi mahu ki atu ki ta marangai. O te kupe ngana, te hoko apitu ka takina ina. O ki kato ka eke. Puta ki ta whai au ki te marama. Ka te iara te kawa. Ko te kawa nui, ko te kawa roa, ko te kawa tapu ke i o matua kore. Ka te kinara te kawa ki te pu te more te we te aka te rea. Ka wanui te kune te whe, te kore te pō. Te pō, nui te pō roa. Te pō uri, te pō kere, te pō toko. Te pō tipa. Te pō ka moia tarangi pua, te atarangi. Korangi nui tu nei. Te pō ka moe, te pō ka rapa ke, ka papatua nuku e takoto nei. Ahua ngā tua kotane. Ko tangaroa, ko tapiri mātea, ko rongo mātane, ko haunge, tike, ko tū matawenga. Ko kiro te tipua te manatu, ko ruai makoroa, ko kalapenua mea, ki ta toi o rana i o nui. Tēnei au, kai te pū, kai te weu, kai te hiringa tipu e te atua. Ka te kinara te kawa kia tāne, ko tāne tutu, ko tāne pepeke, ko tāne witika, ko tāne waha. Ko tāne nui arangi, ko tāne arangi, ko mahina i te ata. Ko tiki nui, ko tiki roa, ko tiki whakaringaringa, ko tiki whakawaiwai, ko tiki hana, ko tiki hai ata, ko whakarau mātangi. Ko hawai ki, ko kune, ko anga, ko tohu, ko ngai nui, ko ngai roa, ko ngai peha, ko ngai ariki, ko ngai take, Ko ngai te huru manu ko toi te huatahi e. Nā toa I ka puta ko awanui ārangi. Ko whitirangi mama ko penga, ko kupe. Ko matu ko mākoro. Ko māhu ko māia ko nuku tawhiti. Ko ngaru nui ko ngaru roa. Ko ngaru pai whenua ko hiku iti ko taura I te pō ko taura moko. Nāna ko te kaupu angi angi. E puta ki waho. Ora ko rā hiri e. Tēnei ka taki nara ko te Māori ki a toi. Ko awanui ārangi. Wawaro awatu maki I taraki ko parinui I te rā. Wawamore hurehu ko I rā kewa. Ko toro ora o ko puhi. Nā puhi ka puta rā ko te tai toke rā. Tira ko ngā tikuri ko ngā itakoto. Ko ngā puhi nui tonu ora ko te ararawa. O ko hono hono atu ai. Ko te Māori. O puhi ki rata te tai toke rā. O ka hono hono nei ātoroa. Ka moa I apuhau nui ka puta ki waho ko Wairaka. I pau āti ai, he Wairaka tōna Māori. Ki roto ki tēnei awa, ora ki te waimumi tēnei o Wairaka. Ki mai rā ka ke mai rā, ho mai te waiora ki au. E tū te huana te moia te kui ai te pō, ho Wairaka I raru ai. Ko te Māori o Wairaka ka mau, ka hono. Ko te Māori o Toroa, ka mau, ka hono. O te Māori o te waka o mātātua, ka mau, ka hono, hono, hono. Hara mai te toki o haumie, huie, taiki e. Te Māori o Wairaka ka mau ka hono. Ka hono te atura te toi nuku te toi rangi. Te Māori o Puhi ka mau ka hono. Ka hono te atura te toi nuku te toi rangi ki te tai tuke rau. Te Māori o Toroa ka hono. Ka hono hono tēnei. Tira ki kunei. Te waimimi o tamata māhine a Wairaka erere nei. Hono, hono. Hara mai rā te Māori o Wairaka. E kui e Wairaka, e kui e Wairaka. Ai tuturu whakamau ai kia tīna. Tīna. Kui e. Ai kia. In ancient times, according to our ancestors, through this prayer, this energy, everything began from the Creator, known as Io. Io take, the foundation of all things. Io Matua Pouroto, the parentless one. Io te wānanga, the source of all knowledge. Io te toi o ngārangi, the spiritual presence of the Creator in the universe and all things above us. Io nuku, the spiritual force of creation and the Creator in all things in the earth. Mother Earth, Papatua nuku. And from Io, the Creator of all things, the Māori was breathed forth into the atmosphere. The life force, the life principle, the all-spark, the power that enables the spiritual Creator to form and shape things in the image of creation and to give life from the spiritual domain into the physical world, known as the Taiao. The Taiao, meaning the four tides, the four winds, the four seasons, north, south, east and west, all connecting to the whole world around us, so that everything has a spiritual connection to the Creator of all things. From the cosmos, there came the aeons of night, as I've chanted in the incantations to prepare our journey today. From the aeons of night, there came the phosphorescent light and came light. And sky and earth were formed through the fusion of these energies. From sky and earth, the environment known as the taiao was created. Tangaroa, the energy of the Creator in the ocean and the sea. Tāne mahuta, the spiritual presence of the Creator in the trees in the forest. Tāne married hine wauriki and begat all trees throughout the world that are children of earth. So the life force of the earth comes through the trees and gives us the ha, or the hauora, the breath of life. So that everything is connected. From the trees to the birds, the breath of life, the spiritual essence of the Creator is in all things. From the birds to the insects, the spiritual presence of the Creator in all these things. Because their presence enables us to receive the breath of life of Creator of creation, that is ha, hauora, oxygen. Haumia tike tike created all things that grow naturally upon the land. Longomatāne, cultivations and gardens, but also a representation of peace. Once your stomach is full and you're content, you're in a state of peace and tranquility. So the cultivations represent rongo, peace. Tāwhiri mātea represents the winds, but also the oxygen that comes from the earth, comes from Creator, it comes from tāne, the trees, also the birds, the insects, that gives us life. There's one spirit, there's one life force, hence the word, tihe mauri ora. I sneeze forth the breath of life. Tāne, the energy of the forest, and the rest of the elements of the flora and the fauna, the children of sky and earth, decided it was time that they come forth from darkness to the world of light. And so it was the trees stretched forth tāne's shoulders and upoko on Mother Earth and thrusted above Father Sky, so that things could take form in the natural world around us. Tāne begat hine titama, who begat hine pūtehue, who begat hine makara, who begat hine nui te pō, who begat taranga. Taranga begat the ancestor Maui. Maui discovered the North Island and called it the Great Fish of Maui, known as Tika Maui, North Island. Maui married Raukura, the ancient tribes of Auckland, the ancient fairy people here were called the Tutu Maio. Some call them Patupaiarehu, some call them Turehu, some call them Urukehu, some call them Ponatu. Rangi Nui married Papatuanuku, Mother Earth, and begat the Mākoirangi. Mākoirangi begat Raukura, Raukura married Maui. Maui, the ancestor, gave birth to all the original tribes here on Tamaki Makaurau, known as Tutu Maio. And from this line, we come down to the ancestor Wairaka. Maui begat the Papatitiro Maiwa, who begat Ti Wakawaka, who begat Taranui, who begat Tararoa, who begat Ngai Nui, who begat Ngai Roa, who begat Ngai Wharekiki, who begat Ngai Wharetaka, who begat Ngai Roki, Ngai Roka, Ngai Taketake, Ngai Ariki, Ngai Te Hurumanu, who begat the ancestor Toi. Toi had a son called Rawaniarangi. He married Te Hiahi o Tahu and begat Whitirangi Mamao, we beget whenga, we beget the ancestor Kupe. The ancestor Kupe came on his waka Matua Pouroto and landed in Taitokera, the north. From their principal ancestor, all the northern tribes descend. Kupe beget Machu, who beget Makoro, who beget Maya, who beget Mahu, who beget Nukutapiti, the captain of Ngātuki Matua Pouroto. Who beget Ngaru Nui, who had Ngaru Roa, who had Ngaru Whaiwhenua, Piku Iti Taura Taura i te pō Taura Amo ko te Haupuangiangi. She married Puhi, who gave birth to all the tribes of the north. Puhi. Puhi Kaiariki, Puhi Tani Wharau. His son was Rahiri. Also Tangaroa Whakamana Mana, Puna Te Ariari and Maui. Going back to the ancestor Toi, he had awa Ngārangi who begat Ngāti Awa, who an ancient tribe that settled in Tāmaki Makaurau 1,500 years ago. Awa Ngārangi's son Titahi was the ancestor that actually built and created One Tree Hill in 850 AD. 850 AD. So the mana of Ngāti Awa in Tāmaki Makaurau is nearly close to 2,000 years old. There was no other tribe here at the time. Titahi was here. He was the one that created and built One Tree Hill, and therefore its original name is actually not called One Tree Hill. It's known as Ngā Whakairoa Titahi. He established Ngāti Awa here. Ko Mauni Arangi again, Titahi had another brother, Warawarua, who begat Awa Tū Makitarangi, who had pari nui te rā, he rawa mō rehu rehu begat Irakewa. This ancestor Irakewa was born on the island of Mauke, one of the outer islands of Rarotonga. Wairaka, his daughter, Wairaka, Irakewa's granddaughter, came on board the Matua Pouroto canoe with Puhi and with Toroa, two brothers, and with Wairaka. So Ngāti Awa was already established here. I wanted to make that known. Nearly 850 AD, the Ngāti Awa tribe were here. The other tribes came about 1700 onwards. So our right as mana whenua to be here to speak to you is justified. We have nearly a 2,000-year-old history in Auckland. So the Matua Pouroto canoe with Wairaka came and crossed over to the, I'm sure you know where Rarotonga is, to the Kermadec Islands with Wairaka on board, Toroa and his brother Puhi, two great chiefs. They landed up in Paringaringa in the north, then at Kirikiri, then at Tuti. Then they landed in Whangare, and from there to Kaipara and the Manukau Estuary. With Tainui waka, with Te Arawa waka. Toroa and Puhi climbed up Mount Mangere, hung their cloaks up there and called it Te Ara Tōpuni o Toroa. The Matua Pouroto waka, then for Manukau Estuary came here, was launched at Waitematā. Here's the Waitematā board. Kia ora. That name is 800 years old too. The shimmering and glistening waters, the pure waters of power and energy that provide life to everybody. Waitematā. That's you, the board. The Matua Pouroto waka was launched, also with Toroa and Puhi's sister on board called Muriwai. They left here, Piha landed there, Muriwai stayed there, named it Muriwai's Beach. The waka then came back up along Fau, which is Oakley Creek, landed there for a duration of time. While there, Toroa and his brother Puhi came with his daughter here, and they named this area Rangimatariki, which you know is Point Chevalier, which means the day the canoe Matua Pouroto landed here in Auckland 800 years ago, when the stars of the Southern Cross were shining in the sky. hence Matariki, Rangi Matariki. So this whole area is called Rangi Matariki, and the main pass site where the stadium is over here, Western Springs Stadium, the pa there where they live is called Rangi Matariki. So it's an ancient pass site. Toroa and his daughter Wairaka then finally came here, and she recited that chant and prayer with her father and uncle, Puhi. And through that chant, the life force of creation, of the creator, of the environment, of the ancestors coming down, that mauri, that life force of her essence is still here in the land. Everything that is of the land is of her mauri, of her spirit. At that time she wanted to go and have a mimi. A toilet stopped, so she recited her prayer, bang, and she formed Motion Creek. She must have found the aquifer, a very powerful urination from her. Hence the name of this area is actually called the Waimimi, the urination waters, or Wairaka. The Waimimi or Wairaka. Wairaka then, with her father Toro and Puhi, left here, went down to the Unitech. She needed some water, so she, very powerful woman, this woman. You can see very powerful women on your board, Richard.
Thanks for that.
I can see two here. And so Wairaka climbed, well actually before she climbed, she went searching for water at the Unitech, and she formed the spring that flows there, which is called the Waiunuroa Wairaka. Their history was revived by the late Sir John Ture, Kaumatu of Mātāpia. So her presence is here, her essence is here, her footprints are here. Wairaka then climbed Mount Albert with her father, and while they planted the exotic trees from Rarotonga called the karaka trees. They are introduced trees, they are not originally from here. They came from Rarotonga and they planted the original trees up here at Wairaka. It was the home of Wairaka, so she named it Te Pā for Wairaka. So that's really important. I wanted to just recognise where we are. I wanted to bring you away from the loud noise so that the only beautiful noise you can hear is the sound of the water flowing. The life force of the water as it flows, as it speaks to you. So does the spirit of Wairaka call out to you. It's important that on behalf of her, 800 years ago, here I stand. Wairaka, begat awa Niarangi, begat Ongotaki awa, begat Irapeke, begat the Haupawharu, begat the Kurarangi, begat the Maraka, begat the Tumwana, begat Iramoko, begat the Haupurangiangi, begat the Ramapakura, begat Pinohi, begat the Wairereahiahi, begat Hineira, begat the Apakura, begat the Watene, begat Katerina, begat Gota, begat Nena, begat my father, begat me, Pouroto, standing here, the descendant of Wairaka, that speaks for this river, that speaks for the land, that speaks for the trees, that speaks for the birds and the insects too, as a direct living descendant. And there's 60,000 of us as well, I'll just remind you all, for the whole of the Mātāpia Confederation, the tribe, including the northern people. I think they're about close to 200,000, but we're smaller in scale. But Wairaka has many descendants that recognize her presence here. They recognize her history here. And we are saying that any activity that happens here will have detrimental effect on the environment. It will have and disturb the mauri of Wairaka. That is certainly something that we would like to work alongside the board with council in terms of how we can work together moving forward. So I think that's the first part of what I wanted to share with you, the connection to the environment. I am the waterway of Wairaka's urination, where waters of life will flow. If the waters of Wairaka flow, our people live. These places are so important in New Zealand that there are very few and far now. Most of our water is either gone because of pollution or gone because of, in the name of advancement and moving things forward and growth and development, or they're gone because resource consents have been applied for and been bottled and sold off in water bottles. I have to speak for the voice of Wairaka because no one else will. I have to stand by what our ancestors would want, and that's to protect the environment, to protect the water source, so that this will flow forever, so that anything that we do in the future moving forward will not have environmental impacts on this water source, will not have an impact on, because the water and the land are one. How can you separate that? But Mother Earth is the earth, and the water that flows is the child of the earth. These are concepts that have been practiced and understood by our ancestors from the beginning of time. That's why we say, ko hau te awa, ko te awa kua. I am the water, and the water is us. The water is me. I am the mountain, ko hau te maunga, ko te maunga kua. I am the mountain, and the mountain is me. Ko hau te manu, ko te manu kua. I am the bird, and the bird is me. Ko hau te rākau. The tree is my brother. The life force that flows in the tree, whether it's exotic or native, is the same life force that flows through me. That flows through you. That flows through to the future generations that will follow after us. This is a beautiful place in the ever-changing modern day world that we live in. There are very special places in Auckland that we have still that we can look after and protect. No matter how small or great their beauty, the life force of the Creator, the life force of Wairaka, is as much as alive as it was when she was here, as it is while I'm standing here before you, as it will be moving forward together. I can hear the birds agreeing with me. So, kai te tangi mai ngā manu, kai te whakai mai ki waku kōrero, kārea Pouroto i te kōrero rika, kai te kōrero tika tonu mai tōku ngākau. So, I'm speaking to you from my heart. Yes, I have no agenda other than speaking for the water, speaking for this place, speaking for the ancestor Wairaka. Thank you so much for listening.